Hey guys, so today I am redrawing an old piece of art. I think this is probably from when I was like 11, I'm assuming, and I'm 16 now, so that's 5 years of difference, which is ridiculous. It's crazy. I found this, I think, when I was looking through some of my old art, and I'm like, I could probably redraw this. Because I was thinking about how weird it is, and this is like a really old digital art piece back when I didn't really understand digital art very well. And I feel like it's just even more apparent because of the color choices, because it wasn't, and just how I colored it, because it wasn't like I didn't have any knowledge of well, I mean, I guess I didn't have knowledge of how colors worked, but like, part of the reason they were such obnoxious colors was also just because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was trying to figure out how the program I was using worked, and I think the one I was using sucked. It was on like an old tablet, so that's probably why. But yeah, I'd never done this before, and I didn't even know how to shade or anything, so it just looks weird. It's like flat colors. It wasn't a stylistic choice at all, if you were wondering. It was just me the reason it was the way it was, just me not knowing what I was doing. So that's why it looks really weird. Yeah, also, it's so edgy looking too. But yeah, so here I was actually drawing the sketch. It's kind of hard to see, which kind of sucks, but I think this is where I started deciding whether I wanted to go for a more of how my actual style is, or do I want to go to my Chibi style, because I have two different styles, so I was thinking about that. And I realized, like, I drew the head really big on the girl, and part of that was not intentional, that was just an anatomy mistake I made when I first drew that drawing. So that's why it has such a giant head, the one that I'm basing this drawing off. Because I had no idea what I was doing, but this time I wanted to do it intentionally. I thought that'd be kind of funny, I don't know. But also because I had recently developed my Chibi style more, and I wanted to, use it, put it to some use. So yeah, one thing I noticed in the drawing is I tried to capture the eye shape, kind of. And I don't think this is me specifically trying to draw like a specific eye shape or anything. I think, because I gave the same eye shape to all of my characters. So yeah, I think really what it was is just I didn't know how to draw eyes. I think that's what a lot of this is. Same with the eyebrows. I don't think I was specifically trying to draw that kind of eyebrow. I didn't know how to draw it. And I also do that weird kind of like dripping blood or whatever. Younger me probably meant for it to be really edgy or something, but it makes no sense in my brain, because why is she smiling when whatever. Something edgy probably I came up with. I'm just gonna say the drawing I made right here, my redraw of it, it's face paint. Not actual blood, because that makes no sense, but, yeah, I don't know why. I don't remember what the story was. I have no idea. I think I made a video where I actually redesigned that drawing, I think, based on that was one of the drawings in that, I think. It's a really old cringy video. You can look at it if you want to see what my art looked like, but it's not the greatest quality, so I'm just warning you. But, yeah, that's, So, I feel like when I got to the line art, I actually kind of, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really want to do the line art. I kind of was pretty content with the sketch, but I just did it anyways because I wanted to do a finished illustration instead of being lazy and just doing a sketch. But to be honest, I really like how the sketch turned out, and the line art actually turned out pretty good, I'd say. I think I messed up on the eyes a little bit, but that usually happens anyways, so, something I have in common with my past self is I still suck at eyeballs, so yay! Okay, so here, I started coloring it, and I didn't want to use the same bright, neon, obnoxious colors I used the eyeballs, so I grabbed like a more desaturated red and green for the eyes, because I didn't want to use a bright one. And the skin on the original drawing was literally, like, straight up, institutional, like, hospital wall color white. So I gave her kind of a creamish color on the skin, so that way it still kind of looks like a skin tone. Yeah, and I also tried to find a better color for the hair. The hair wasn't that bad out of all the colors. I think it was one of the least, like, obnoxiously colored. But still really saturated. That's like the problem with a lot of the old ones I had done. Like a lot of my old art in general, but also just that specific piece and just that one. It was really bright and neon and saturated and just, it's not pleasing to look at. And I had the same problem I had a similar problem because like all of it was really stark and saturated and stuff, or like bright. And I was trying to figure out a color that would work with this shirt and not totally blend it into the hair. So I got a gray instead of just straight black because the straight black didn't work, and also it's kind of hard to shade a black. So yeah, I think it looks better personally because you can actually like kind of see the form of her shoulders better than before, because in the old one it's just straight up black and it blends in with the hair. It's just not great. And now we are finally finished. I love doing this because it's interesting to see how much you improve, but I also loved it because I was able to draw in my Chibi style and digital art for once, because I've never done that before. And I think it turned out pretty okay. Here's the finished illustration. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and goodbye!